Good morning. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I wanted to share something that has been a really big, important piece of my road to self-love. And it occurred to me when my husband and I went for our walk this morning. We live on a camp road. We're blessed to live beside a lake. And so we have quite a steep hill that we have to walk up to get to the main way so that we can go for a couple of mile walk. And we're walking up that hill, and I realized that I was holding my stomach in. I was pulling my tummy in. And I also realized that I couldn't really take a good deep breath. Going uphill, you really need to take good deep breaths. And I realized that I wasn't taking good deep breaths. And I realized that what I was doing is what I have done a good part of my life. I was always so conscious about my physical appearance that I was never just relaxing and letting my belly be comfortable. I always was sitting with my belly pulled in, using my muscles and my intention to pull my tummy in. And I know this sounds weird, but the summer that I did the counseling, a big epiphany to me was, why? Why? I think about, let's just talk about bras. Anyone who's even close to me in age remembers, I think they were called the Wonder Bras. They had an amazing configuration of straps. And basically, they pulled the skin off your backbone around to shove it into the bra to try to make you look like you had some boobs. And it was so uncomfortable. You could hardly take a breath. But we all wore them. We all wore them because we wanted to look a certain way. I think about the shoes that I've worn. My hubby loves cowboy boots, and my feet hate pointed toes. But I wore cowboy boots and I wore pointed-toed little shoes that hurt the whole night that we were out. We would be dancing, he would be smiling, and I'd be in my head thinking, jeepers creepers, my freaking feet are killing me. Let's talk about jeans. How many of you have all had a pair of what we lovingly refer to as stand-up jeans? Jeans that are so goddamn tight around your belly that you can't stand to sit down in them. But just the thought that hubby's going to check out my butt when I walk by in these tight jeans would make me wear the tight jeans. And I would be the whole evening. Again, we might go up to supper, and then in our world, we used to go to these dances at the KC Hall every weekend. And we'd go out to supper first, and I would be sitting there in absolute misery. So uncomfortable because of what I had on my body. It just blows my mind. And it was a wonderful epiphany in the summer that I did my counseling, when I settled into myself and just said to myself, why? How many days have you all gone to bed hungry because you're trying to lose weight and you're abusing yourself because, God forbid, that your body find its natural weight that isn't a pencil thin representation. I just wanted to bring that up because now I'm on the other side of that epiphany. I call my clothes the Kelly Comfort Collection. I've found these wonderful Lee jeans that are stretchy, and they're stretchy around the waist. They look halfway decent and they're comfortable. And quite often I just wear jogging pants anyway because it's what I want to wear. I don't even know why I feel so compelled to share this, except to share that we're all on the same journey. The summer that I made up my mind, okay, how we all sit when we have our bathing suits on. This is how we sit to cover our bellies, right? I'm not alone in that. I know I'm not alone in that. The year that I did my counseling, I read a beautiful book by Brene Brown called something about vulnerability. You can Google it. I can't remember the name exactly, but it was about embracing and the courage that it takes to be vulnerable. And that summer, I made myself put my hands to the side on my lawn chair and not cover up my tummy when I was sitting up straight. And I'm telling you that it took an act of will to do that and to not suck my stomach in when people were around. I made myself, I didn't let myself, I made myself, and I would be in my head so uncomfortable saying, just relax, just be you. You're perfect just the way you are. You're okay just the way you are. Let yourself just be you. Celebrate being you. And I just would say that, but I would be so uncomfortable. And I definitely got better. But you know why I'm talking about this today is I'm getting ready to go on vacation this coming week. Mike and I are going to Mexico. And I am heavier. I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I'm still not a big woman, but I'm heavier than I've ever been. And I found myself with those thoughts in my head around wearing my bathing suit. I'm going to wear a two-piece bathing suit. I'm going to be a 90-year-old broad wearing my bikinis because that's, my mother used to say, dig it out, brown it up. If they don't want to look at it, poop on them. And that is a great, way to think about it. And yet, she also used to say, it's easier to lose 20 pounds than it is to lose 100. She was a big woman and she didn't want her daughter to get big. And she put that in my mind that I had to battle. I was a junior in high school and I was 5'8.5" tall and I weighed 145 pounds and I was going to Weight Watchers because I felt fat. God in heaven, what have we done to our world and the women in the world? And not just women. And I apologize to the men out there. I have two beautiful big brothers who are very heavy and have battled their weight throughout their lives. I'm not taking away from that, but I'm speaking from my own experience, which is from the perspective of being a woman. Why can't we just love ourselves the way we are? I can tell you that Spirit loves us just the way we are. We are subjected to so much conditioning and brainwashing. It's terrible. I just wanted to plant that seed. And my therapist, I'm not going to be able to remember what nationality she is, but she told me, she said, you know how you go into stores in the United States and you see the hangers that are like a triangle on the top down to skinny waist and then goes out at the bottom and the dress will be on that hanger hanging up high. She said in her country, the hangers are across, down, and then out really big on the bottom because a great big butt is what is the standard over there. That's what you want. So if you're born skinny over there, you're going to have self-body issues about being skinny and not having a big ass. It's like you can't win. So I don't know. I just felt compelled to share this and just to plant the seeds of empowering that this is part of our journey to self-love, accepting our bodies just the way they are. And this is too much information, but I took a few minutes this morning because that thought had come to my mind on our walk and that I wasn't breathing deep because I was pulling in my tummy. It's like, good God, woman, you got to breathe. And I stood for a minute after I got out of the shower and I looked at this 60-year-old body and I just thought, those legs have carried me all through my life. And they've got the cellulite at the top and the squishiness in the center that there's just no way that anybody doesn't have unless they are a beanpole. The journey to self-love. This is what I'm talking about. Try to find your path to not see yourself through the eyes of this bullshit airbrushed world that we live in. We are healthy and strong women. And we wonder why our bodies get sick when we spend all of our time hating our bodies because we've got a poochy belly or a cellulite on our ass. No wonder our bodies get sick as we age. Number one, we believe they're supposed to. And number two, we've spent years being grumpy with our body. So love your body. Tell your body, thank you for carrying me through the day. And thank you for looking halfway decent when I put this sweater on. Thank you for, Find the thing to be joyful about. Don't hold yourself to the standard of our commercials and our Hollywood and all of that stuff. Find your way to self-love. Find your way to self-love, dear ones. I just wanted to share that, and I guess that's it. Have a great day, everybody.